Okay, so our lead story is what happened last week with Donald Trump giving the address on the 4th of July, and then the far left trying to diminish that address. Very interesting story. So, as you know, the president put on a big spectacle with tanks and planes, and it cost millions of dollars to mount it in front of the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. It rained, big crowd. The Park Service was almost overwhelmed by how many people there were there. And the president basically said, look, this country is embarked upon the greatest political journey, that's a quote from him, greatest political journey in human history. And he proceeded to talk up America, saying it's a noble nation, that we do things that no one else does, that we've accomplished amazing things in our existence. So I don't have any beef with that, and I don't think you do either. Maybe a few of you might, but if you look at the overall performance of America, we're the greatest nation in history. I mean, you can compare us to ancient Rome, but ancient Rome was brutal, and they were in business to subjugate people, not to free people. If we wanted to subjugate people, we could be running Japan and Germany and Europe right now. Could have taken it over easily. We could have taken over Mexico. Could have taken over Canada. So what we have done here in America is offer the most opportunity, the most people in the history of civilization. Period. It's undeniable. Undeniable. However, there is a strain of people in this country who don't like America. And you know them. They're on display in the Democratic debates. Those Democrats will tell you they're loyal Americans, but they don't like America as it is. They want to drastically change everything in this country. And I don't mind that, because that's what the Constitution is all about. You have freedom of choice, freedom of speech, freedom of thought. Doesn't bother me. Now, I think those people are desperately wrong, but do I get angry about it? No. I get angry about dishonest tactics, anti-democratic behavior. But if you want to think America's bad, go ahead. Now, I never heard of this guy. His name is Bernie Marcus. And Bernie Marcus was involved with founding Home Depot. I have heard of Home Depot. You know, I don't go to Home Depot a lot because I don't know what this stuff is. I can't fix anything. There's all kinds of gadgets and gizmos. And kind of intimidating for me to go in there. And I don't think Home Depot carries my books, so I don't go in there a lot. But anyway, Bernie Marcus, who's retired, donated $7 million to Donald Trump's 2016 campaign through a variety of ways. You can't, as a person, there's a limit. But he steered $7 million in. Democrats got wind of that. And now they're calling for boycott of Home Depot. You got to be very aware that this is so un-American. It's such a threat to democracy, I can't tell you. So there's a group called the Democratic Coalition Against Trump. Okay, I don't mind that group. You don't like Trump? Organize, try to defeat him in the election, fair and square. The chairman is John Cooper. I don't know him. I never heard of him. But now they say Americans shouldn't buy at Home Depot. So I'm going to go to Home Depot and buy something. Not because I want to support Donald Trump, but because I think that John Cooper and his group are fascists. This isn't what democracy is. You don't wage economic warfare against your opponents. I mean, it did that to me when I was on Fox. And unfortunately, everybody caved down the line. Okay, so this is awful. So I'm going to Home Depot and I'm going to buy something. I don't know what I'm going to buy. I'm probably not going to be able to work it. But I'm tired of it. And if I see this stuff, I'm going to point it out to you. And then I hope all of you go to Home Depot and buy something. Now, Home Depot itself doesn't want any of this. And it says that in a statement, the company has not endorsed presidential candidates and Bernie Mark is not speaking for the company. Bernie retired from Home Depot more than 15 years ago. He's not speaking on behalf of us. Home Depot spokesman Margaret Smith said in a statement. Okay, what is Home Depot going to do? But this is wrong. It's so wrong and so un-American. For Megan Rapinoe, nobody's going to criticize her. None of her teammates, nobody in the World Cup, because if they do, the New York Times will cut their throat, and so will NBC. So nobody's going to do that. But believe me when I tell you, they know what's happening there. They know that Ms. Rapinoe has hijacked the entire thing for her own self-gratification. So, to me, this whole World Cup thing is, I just want it over with. And I'm an American, and I was rooting for them. Okay? I wanted them to win. They deserve to win. They're magnificent athletes. But now I don't want to hear about it anymore. I don't want to hear about Megan Rapinoe. Let The View hire her. That's where she wants to go. All right? Fine. There'll be a TV movie about her on Netflix. What a great person, how noble you are. And, do I really care why she doesn't like Trump? No. Millions of people don't like Trump. All right? You don't like him? Vote him out. But when I watch a soccer game, I want to watch a soccer game, not you venting about politics. If I want to watch that, I'll watch cable news. It's just really annoying. Now, Ms. Rapinoe is virtuous, all right? This is the virtue signaling in the left-wing precincts where she lives. And the accolades will come in, and believe me, it'll translate into money. Just like Kaepernick is a spokesperson for Nike, Rapinoe is going to be in your face and all of that. That's capitalism. That's okay. Okay? But believe me, when I tell you, she's going to get that money by diminishing her teammates. Do people know who they are? I knew there's one that people know. Now, I just like a quick equal pay thing. Look, the women's soccer athletes should be paid what the men's soccer athletes are paid. The women are better than the men. Their marketing is stronger than the men. It's basically economics. So I don't have any beef there. Women are being paid less. They should be paid the same or more based upon what they're taking in. Ratings for that game were through the roof with the Netherlands. Bill de Blasio is now the mayor of New York City. The cops can't stand him. They despise him because they know that de Blasio in his heart doesn't like the police. But now, de Blasio and his crew want to close the big New York City jail on Rikers Island. Now, this is where people go if they stab somebody, or they beat somebody up, or they do something heinous. Okay, they go to Rikers Island, and they wait there until their trial comes. And if they're found guilty of a local crime, not a state crime, if it's a state crime, they go upstate. The local crime, they can serve their time at Rikers. Rikers is a tough place. If I were the mayor of New York City, I would absolutely go in and change Rikers Island. It's too violent. It's too corrupt. So de Blasio says, we're going to change. But here's the change. You ready for this? It's almost funny, but you got to keep in your mind that people get hurt. These criminals hurt people. They're going to make the jail of New York City more welcoming. It's a quote, more welcoming. They're going to have cells with natural sunlight, space for children's play areas, and space for computer programming. I don't know about hot tubs, but maybe, hot tubs will be in the cells. In the lobby of the jails, they're going to have kiosks, a place to pay bail, another area for children to play while visiting their inmate parents. Okay? They're going to have a library. It's okay, I like the library. And a gym. They already have gym outside. Now they have an indoor gym. I'm sure it'll be air conditioned. You have classrooms. Classrooms are okay. All right. But it's going to be more welcoming. All right. And I'm sure it'll be inclusive because crime is across the board. So this is another tenet of the far left. They don't want to punish criminals. No, we don't punish them. And if you sell heroin and your people OD and die, it's nonviolent. And you shouldn't be going away for a long period of time if you're a heavyweight heroin dealer on the street. No. And, if you assault somebody, but you don't really, kill them, this soft approach on crime, what do you see? It's going to happen with the crime rate. What do you see?